Good morning, I'm McKinley Leffel.
And I'm Emmy Morrison, and you are tuned in to another edition of Tiger Today. Let's start out by going overseas to China, where a major viral outbreak is quickly causing concern. The coronavirus has been sweeping across China, affecting over 800 people and killing 26. The virus originated in Wuhan, China on December 31st, but has quickly spread to other places such as Thailand and Japan. Chinese officials have quickly issued a travel ban and are working to contain the spread of this virus. Just this week, there have been 5 confirmed cases in the U.S. So, what are the symptoms, and is there a known cure?
This new virus, like those other rogue viruses, probably was first transmitted to humans from animals. So the symptoms resemble influenza. It's a respiratory virus initially, and so you have fever, not feeling very well, cough, and just feeling poorly. We don't have a direct anti-coronavirus treatment. We can manage the patients through symptomatic care and supportive care, of course. And many patients already, the Chinese have said, have survived this infection.
Locally, we're right in the middle of flu season. We wanted to mention the importance of washing your hands and using hand sanitizer. We want to keep our attendance up. Sometimes kids do stupid things.
Yeah, sometimes we just aren't the brightest.
McKinley has a story on one of the more dangerous, stupid things kids have tried.
Kids our age have found a new, stupid thing to try. From Tide Pods to Pixie Sticks, we are constantly trying to find stuff for a thrill. But in reality, we are taking major risks with our health. Snuffing and smoking Smarties were a big trend last year, but is still pretty popular. The dangers of snuffing Smarties are real. One major risk is infection and scarring in the nasal cavity. The Smarties dust can act like small razors, destroying the lining of your nose and leading to dangerous infections. If that's not enough, then how about this? The residue left in your nose is perfect food for the development of maggots. Yes, maggots in your nose. Long-term issues can be asthma and other breathing-related problems. The bottom line is just not worth it. There is no proof that you can get any type of high from this stupid act.
Lately, President Trump's impeachment trial has been dominating the news. But what do our students actually know about the process of impeachment?
Let's go to McKinley.
As you all know, Trump has been impeached. So what does this mean? I talked to a few students here at Princeton Middle to see what they think about the impeachment.
Our generation has never been through an impeachment, so I wanted to see if the students here at Princeton Middle School knew exactly what being impeached means.
Like, kicked out of office? No idea.
Isn't it where you cut a peach open and put someone inside of it? I'm being dead honest. I don't know what it, I'm pretty sure that's what it means. I'm not 100% sure, so,
I don't know. Whenever you get kicked out of office for doing something that you weren't supposed to do, or people just don't agree with the things that you are doing.
The students that I talked to all had different opinions on whether Trump should be impeached or not.
I don't really know, and I don't care.
no, he's great. He should not, because he makes America great again.
Yeah, because he sucks. Well, I don't really know, because I don't really follow politics, because I just don't want to get into that stuff till I'm older, so that's it, basically.
Impeachment is basically an indictment, meaning the House of Representatives thinks there is enough wrongdoing that the president can be put on trial with the possibility of being removed by office. President Trump is the third president to be impeached and is currently on trial in the Senate. With a Republican majority, it is not unlikely, but not impossible, that Trump will be removed from office. We'll have more on this as the story develops. For Tiger Today, I'm McKinley Roberts.
We'll be right back after these announcements.
The death of Professional basketball player Kobe Bryant and his daughter caused many people sadness at the start of this week. Since then, there have been many tributes to him so that he may not be forgotten.
On a happier note, football player Antonio Brown just recently was released from jail, and this coming Sunday is the Super Bowl. With the big game there is sure to be a lot of parties all over the U.S.
I heard that baseball is beginning to start up, and that the basketball season is almost over. But will the championships be in our Tigers' future?
Let's go to Bree and Aaron for more.
The boys and girls have been doing great this season. Some upcoming games are Stratton and Park. We will have highlights on those next week. The boys' baseball conditioning started last week. They are usually around 10 boys there. On Tuesday they do arms, and on Thursday they do legs. All of this to get ready for tryouts. Now we'll turn it over to Eli Campbell's sister for the Worldwide Sports.
I'm not just Eli Campbell's sister. I have a soul. We'll get to sports now. This Sunday at 6:30 p.m. could possibly be one of the biggest days in 2020. We will have the matchup between the Chiefs and 49ers in the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida for the 54th Super Bowl. The Chiefs are making their first appearance in the Super Bowl in 50 years, while the 49ers are looking to tie up the all-time NFL record for most Super Bowl titles. Both teams earned their trip to this big game with convincing wins in their conference championship games. While the event is all about football, most of us are even more interested in the commercials. Are you ready for this? For every 30 seconds of commercial time, companies will be paying $5.6 million. We will have complete details from the Super Bowl next week. The big headline for this week was the tragic death of Kobe Bryant, his 13-year-old daughter, and 7 other victims in a helicopter crash. The crash happened just outside of Los Angeles as they were traveling to a youth basketball event. The other victims are being reported as John Altobelli, his wife Carrie, and their 13-year-old daughter Alyssa. Also on board was Christina Mauser, a coach for the youth team, Sarah Chester, and her daughter Peyton, and the pilot Ara Zobayan. Bryant played for the Los Angeles Lakers for 20 years, helping them with 5 NBA titles. He was eligible for the Basketball Hall of Fame just this year and will most likely be inducted. The cause of the crash is still under investigation, with the final report probably more than a year away. That'll do it for Worldwide Sports. And remember, my name is Aaron Campbell, and I have a soul. Stop recording.
Fires in Australia have been raging for quite some time now, and flooding has now added to the problem.
The local weather has begun to become unpredictable. Luckily, we have our meteorologist Mackenzie to keep us up to date.
This weekend we can expect a lot of rain. The temperatures will stay around the low 40s to high 20s and 30s. Next week we'll have a lot of snow and some clouds. Temperatures will stay in the 40s to high 20s. The Australian wildfires have continued to cause widespread damage, and just last week also took life of 3 American fighters when their tanker plane crashed. The Australian rainy season has started, but the fires continued to burn. Here's a completely useless fact. Did you know that the average person spends more time on the toilet than exercising? Who knew?
We want to start your morning with a laugh after such heavy news.
No, it's a cart.
That's what I'm talking about. Wow!
Well, that's all for our show this week.
We'll see you next time on Tiger Today.